Hey, welcome back to The Dive. Today on the show, we have the chairman of the board of HIVE Blockchain Technologies. Frank Holmes is joining us today. He will talk to us about Ethereum, its update affecting gas fees, mining using electric vehicles, the company's most recent production, and what investors should be on the lookout for with the company in 2022. But before we bring you Frank's interview, be sure to hit that subscribe button below me here so we can keep making you these videos. Hey Frank, welcome back to The Dive.
Great to be back. I'm South Beach, Miami.
Oh wow, it looks so beautiful there.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start off talking about Ethereum. It had a rough start to 2022, losing over 20% during the first week of the new year. Do you think the $3,000 support level can be sustained at this point?
Yes, I do. I feel very comfortable about it. I think that what we have to recognize is the explosion in NFTs that's taking place in the second part of last year is a great momentum. And also the dynamic of growth in DeFi. All these things use the open source of Ethereum. It's where all the coders are. So I remain very, very strong and big believers Ethereum trades much higher. And I think what's really bullish for Ethereum is that proof of stake is not going to stop proof of work. Mining is not going to stop. These lightning networks, they call them, or layer 1, layer 2 that process things faster, they're getting all this venture capital from Silicon Valley. That's where they're going to be able to accelerate and drop the fees for trading on these new ideas using Ethereum as the backbone for the crypto. So I remain extremely bullish, and even Vitalik now is backing away from just getting rid of proof of stake, because what it does is it will kill the ecosystem of 20 million kids that are gamers, that are also computer designers using graphics and rendering. They actually end up mining Ethereum when they go to bed. And if they can mine 1 or 2 coins a year, it pays for new computers for them. So it really makes the ecosystem much broader. So I don't think that eliminating going to 100% proof of stake will work. Also, there's a big intellectual argument against it, that when you go to proof of stake, that you become centralized. And if you become centralized, what happens then is that you really lose the idea of being decentralized behind Bitcoin. And Ethereum is supposed to be decentralized. So I think that it's not going to happen. So what does that mean for HIVE? Well, we mine Bitcoin on an equivalent of $2,000, less than $2,000 a coin. That's one reason why we're the most profitable crypto mining company out here.
Definitely. Have you heard the news that some Tesla owners can mine Bitcoin and Ethereum using their battery and GPU?
No, but that's just wonderful. That just validates the thesis that right now there's 20 million kids out there globally mining Ethereum as an additional source of income.
Do you think it's sustainable?
When I grew up, I had a paper route. They don't have a paper route now. They mine Ethereum.
So do you think this could be a new start for idle GPUs to be mining Ethereum and Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think that's going to take away some of the things that makes HIVE undervalued relative to its peers, is because they call them the Bitcoin and crypto hornets. You know, they're all about being decentralized and only proof of work, and HIVE mines Ethereum and Bitcoin. But we've demonstrated that we continue to have the highest margins of all of our peers. We continue to be having the most revenue per share with the least amount of employees when you look at that, what we built. And we continue to have a very dynamic footprint for growth. We're going to double our Bitcoin production over the next 9 months, and then double it again. So I remain very bullish on what we're doing. And right now we're having all this new equipment being shipped for the highest NVIDIA valued chips that are used for gamers and rendering and for movie business, etc. Well, those chips we're going to be mining Ethereum with, and we're going to double our capacity in Sweden in the next 3 months.
Oh, wow, amazing. Yeah, I heard Hive announced its December 2021 production figures with 245 Bitcoin mined and 1.7 exahash of Bitcoin mining capacity. As the Bitcoin network difficulty continues to rise, how challenging will it be to maintain these results?
Big. You have to be running. You have to, like you were running on South Beach. You have to always run, 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 and it's a sweat. You have to be ahead by getting new equipment to stay ahead of that difficulty. So that's what we were able to demonstrate. In fact, we produced more coins per day in December than we did in November because we're adding more equipment. And we're doing that again this quarter. I hope that by in the next 3 weeks that we can be at 2 exahash mining Bitcoin, and that we can stay ahead of the difficulty that's out there.
Definitely. Sounds good. You're on top of it. It seems that there's some companies planning on mining Bitcoin in New Brunswick, the same location where your new data centers are located. Why do you think this is an ideal place to mine?
Well, I think it was. We had the first mover advantage, but I think that the cost to come in is going to be higher for other players. That's what we're noticing, that at this stage, we won't expand in the province of New Brunswick. We just want to build that beautiful data center complex of 70 megawatts. We think that it's going to become more difficult. But what we do see is the competition, and we have to be so careful when we talk about our great vision, because immediately people try to get in front of us to buy the equipment. We had this last year buying ASIC chips that we make an announcement and someone would call up the suppliers and offer them more money if they cancel our order. I mean, it's very, very competitive. It's actually cutthroat the way it happens. But I think that we're going to stay very, very focused on where our options are. We have got some wonderful things for 100, 200 megawatts of greenfields right now we're working on. And when we finally sign the agreements, we'll make them public. But we are always looking. And that's what's really important, that we're always exploring, that we want to get up to another 300 mega hash of electricity. And that allows us, only green electricity, that allows us to come in with buying more equipment.
Sounds good. Okay, so the company published its 2021 quarterly Bitcoin production, where it illustrates the growth of the company's Bitcoin mining capacity. What drove your operating capacity, and what's next?
Well, what drove it really was being an Ethereum miner along with Bitcoin. We had a lot of these characters call up to say, stake your coins, we'll give you 12% on your Ethereum. And we said, no. What were they going to give us? 12% coupon. We made 300% hodling it. We're going to continue to hodl, and we continue to mine and hodl. We want to maintain this $25,000 coin threshold in Ethereum. And what we have done is that to buy equipment when it becomes inexpensive. And that's something else that's interesting that we saw, I think is a big accolade to Bitfarms, is they went and bought more Bitcoin. And they bought it because actually it was cheaper to go buy it at these low levels than it was to go buy the equipment. The equipment has a long payback now. So I would not be a buyer of new ASIC chips right away because you can't get your money back fast enough for the risk. So there's a point where it's better to buy the equipment and mine, and there's another time when you buy Bitcoin. So I think that we're going to be looking at these, which we're focused on is so important, is the cash flow return on invested capital. And I'm tickled to share with you is that HIVE is continuing to have the highest cash flow return on invested capital of our peers.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what are you doing in South Beach before I let you go?
There's a crypto mining conference. It's really become an epicenter for crypto events. The biggest one coming up in April. They're expecting 30,000 people. It's like a mega event, and they have a much bigger pavilion to put everyone into. So there's another event this weekend, Monday, Tuesday. So the mayor of the city has become infamous and famous for attracting hedge funds, venture capital funds, and crypto, anything to do with crypto, to the city.
Sweet. Sounds like a really hot spot to be.
And the other place is Austin.
Oh, I'm going to come and see you talk on the 27th, I think. Did Holly and Brandy tell you?
No, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great coming to San Antonio. But in
Yes.
Austin, Coinbase, they used to always do, not Coinbase. I apologize. I got so many coins in my head. They usually do New York City, and now they're going to do Austin this year in June. That's a
Oh,
big
wow.
deal in Austin.
That's where I am. Too bad. I wonder if I'll still be here in June. If so, I'll have to check it out.
So I'll see you in San Antonio when I speak to the World Affairs group.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
can't wait.
yes, it's a great organization that deals with global affairs, and there's so many people that want to understand the other story, that crypto isn't evil and bad, and what's the best way to understand it is a decentralized source of capital.
Okay, great. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah, same here. Stay
All
safe
right.
now.
You too, and enjoy your time there. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow with the latest news and updates, so be sure to hit that notification bell before you go.